Hello professionals, today's video is about one of the most asked queries by maximum job seekers, especially in junior and middle management category. And the query is, shall I work for a startup or for an MNC? I'll be providing detailed information on this question basis on those factors which are really important to check to join any organization from an employee point of view. I'm not here to tell you whether you should work for a startup or you should work for an MNC. After all, it's your career and you have to take your decision. But I can surely provide enough information to you so that you can take an informed decision. So stay connected till the end of the video if you want to take an informed decision for your career. And now let's get started. Number one factor which matters to every single employee is the work culture. First thing which an employee needs to work happily in any organization is the right work culture or work environment. In startups, you will find a fast-paced kind of work environment. Everything will be asked to do immediately and turnaround time will be very quick. And moreover, because very few people will be working in the team size will be less. Hence, everyone will have more than enough work to focus on. That means you will have more job responsibilities and long working hours that may affect your work-life balance. Another thing, because it's a startup, chances are very high that they may ask you to get into work from day one itself. That means no formal induction, no proper training, and you will be asked to jump into work from day one itself. But please do not get discouraged by hearing this because it has its own kind of advantages which we will discuss towards the later part of the video. But for now, let's understand about the work culture of an MNC. In MNC, you will find most processes are structured. You will have defined job responsibilities, KRAs and KPIs, and you will be properly inducted before you actually start working. People will give you enough time to understand about the organization process and culture before they expect you to work. Although in MNCs also, you may have to devote long working hours, but in most cases, it will not be everyday thing. And such kind of big organizations also keep on organizing various kind of events and multiple other activities to keep the working culture alive. That means you will have that push from organization side also, which will keep you motivated to deliver your best. Now let's understand about second important factor, which is job security. It is very important that you feel secured in your job. If you are continuously in fear that you may lose your job on any day, you cannot deliver your best. So when it comes to job security, it is very low with startups because it completely depends on the growth of the organization, which is still in process of shaping up. And moreover, because it's a startup, chances are very high that they may not have defined policies and processes for their employees, and they may ask you to leave on any fine day without giving any proper notice. While on the other hand, if you are working for an MNC, job security is very good. You will find most processes are structured. They first put employees on probation period and then basis on their performance, they confirm the employees. And if any employee is not able to perform, then such kind of big companies do not give up on employees so easily. Managers have to justify the reason of non-performance, and if you are required to attend any training which will help you to enhance your skill so that your performance can be improved, organization will help you to get that training as well, and no one will ask you to leave the organization on any fine day. Employees are first put on PIP process, which is performance improvement plan, and employee is given enough time to improve his performance before he is asked to leave the organization. And moreover, such kind of big organizations can still afford to pay salaries to their employees at least for few months even if their business is not doing well, which is not a case with startup. So when it comes to job security, it is really good with MNCs and other corporates which have got structured processes. Now let's understand about third factor which is really important for every single employee, and that is growth opportunity. In startups, because team size will be less, hence hierarchical growth will be limited, which is very important, at least in our societies where designation is directly linked to the social status of an individual. However, financial growth will be very good. Since it will be a startup and very few people will be involved in everyday tasks, so chances are very less of your work being ignored. If you are really performing well, then everyone will get to know about it and organization will reward you accordingly. However, on the other side, if you're working with MNC which have really big team sizes, chances are less that you will get that level of recognition which you will get in a startup. Maximum your work will get recognized by your head of the department, and chances are really less that you will get any recognition beyond that level, because after all you are just one employee out of those 1,000+ people who are working in the organization. But please do not get discouraged by hearing this, because what matters most that how important or critical role you are playing in your function. In MNCs, you will get ample opportunities for designation and financial growth both, but it will take its own sweet time to reach to that level. Here, let me share one real example with you which will prove how important is designation or hierarchical growth in our society. In my last organization, we designed a career growth path for individual contributor role, which was meant only for those people who were really good as an individual contributor, but they could not take up managerial role because they did not had people management skill. An organization really wanted to retain them because they were contributing a lot in the business and they were really good performer. Hence, company decided to give them salary almost at a level of manager, but designation was of individual contributor. For initial 1 month, everyone was happy that they have got good salary hike, but just after 2 or 3 months of rolling out of this program, maximum employees, especially boys, they came back to their seniors and said that salary is okay, but we want some respectable designation, something which sounds more like a manager. And they also shared a reason for it, because most of them were at the age of marriage and they needed that respectable title, that manager kind of designation to impress other people for matchmaking, which proves how important is designation in our society, and it is directly linked to the social status of an individual. Whether it's right or wrong is a different question altogether, and we will not get into that. But right now we are talking about what is really important for an employee. Although there are few organizations which are now coming up with flat organization culture, but it will take some more time to be accepted. Now let's move towards fourth factor, which is really very important. But before that, I have a question to ask. Are you finding this video informative, helpful? Am I adding something to your knowledge today? If yes, then please like the video, share your thoughts in the comment section, and do subscribe to the channel to know more about job interview tips, career guidance, and latest HR trends. And moreover, your subscription really motivates me to make more such informative videos for you. And here you will find the answers of all your career related queries. So please click on the subscribe button. Fourth factor which maximum employees focus on is learning or skill enhancement. In startups, your learning graph will be very high because you will be involved in the entire process, right from making the initial plans till finally delivering the product to the client. And moreover, you will get the opportunity to work directly with the seniors or maybe with the founder of the organization, and you will learn a lot when you will get to work with such kind of people directly. As an example, I got to learn every aspect of HR function, whether it's recruitment, HR operations, learning and development, and little bit of payroll as well. Because initially I worked with an organization which was still in process of shaping up. I was the only person in HR and I was reporting directly to the CEO of the company, which helped me to learn how to deal with senior most people in the organization. If you are a fresher or in early stage of your career, then getting such kind of exposure where you are involved in entire process right from the beginning till the end can help you to decide what are you good at, and then you can choose your next job accordingly. While on the other hand, if you are working for an MNC, you will get to work only what you are hired for, until unless your reporting manager wants to give you an exposure of every related task. Everyone will have defined job responsibilities, KRAs and KPIs, and people are expected to work around that only. Hence, it affects the learning when it comes to understand the overall process. But in a way, it is good thing as well if you are already aware what are you good at and then you want to grow in that field only. If I have to summarize this video, I will summarize it in 2 points. Number 1, if you are a fresher, then your entire focus should be on enhancing your learning, getting as much rich experience as you can. Career growth, monetary growth, all those things should be there, but first priority should be enhancing your learning. Point number two, if you are in middle management and have already got 5 to 6 years of experience, then your focus should be on growth opportunities so that you can grow in your career. You have to focus on job security so that you do not need to change your job again and again. And by the time you will get into middle management role, you will have some financial responsibilities as well, and you cannot afford to lose your job. And at the same time, you also have to focus on a skill enhancement so that you can prepare yourself for larger role in the future. Another important thing, here is a complete playlist of career growth which I have designed especially for junior and middle management professionals. And if you fall in this category, then it's a must watch for you.